design and network techniques. Here, this is the second part of the module 5, whereas first part talks about the business model and other related concepts that we'll discuss later. Okay, so what is project design and network techniques? That is the question which comes into your mind. Now, first we need to understand what is project. We need to understand what is project. Then only we can able to answer what is project design. Okay, so let us try to understand what are the concepts which we are going to study in today's lecture. So we have the definition of project, then the project design. After that, we have the network, that is meaning of the network, and relationship between project design and network. After that, we have the network design, that is constituents of the network. After that, the importance of network design or network analysis, sometimes called as network techniques. And need for network techniques. And some of the examples of network techniques also we are going to see. So, first of all, what is a project? What you can say? Project is a collection of tasks or activities which needs to be performed so as to accomplish a desired outcome. So, these are the set of activities or tasks to achieve a desired outcome. Desired outcome. This is a project. Okay. So, this is a project. Now, what do you mean by project design? Project design is the one which defines these activities which we want to perform, so as to get the desired outcome. First of all, project design is the one which defines these activities and the interrelationship between them. Between the activities. So this is the project design. So project is the one which is set of tasks or the activities which we want to perform to accomplish a certain outcome or desired outcome, and project design is the one which defines these activities and the relation between different activities, how they have to be carried out, or in other way we can say the framework of the project is called as project design. Okay, and it provides us with different means, that is, it provides us with the designing of a project, planning of the project, scheduling and controlling of the project. Controlling of the project or project activities. So that is why project design is a very, very important thing which gives an overview about the project or the framework of the project involving all the activities and the related the interrelationship between the activities. So that is about project design. And the next question comes to our mind is, what is a network? Network is a graphical illustration of our project activities. Okay, in simple words, what we can say, it is the graphical pattern representation. Graphical illustration or pattern representation of the activities. indicates what? It indicates what are the activities are there and how they are connected. Whether they have to be carried out sequentially or they have to be carried out simultaneously. So that is indicated by the network. That is indicated by the network. So there is a relationship between project design and a network. So let us try to draw that relationship between project design and the network. Relationship between project design and network. So we know that project is a collection of activities, collection of tasks which we need to perform. So it is carried out by using some strategy. So project design is the transformation of some strategy. So strategy is the input and it will be the one which is going to be get transformed into project design. So this transformation is the one which is very important so as to get a network using a project design. So there is a relation between project design and the network. That is, project design serves as an input for the network and the strategy what we follow is gives the essential details for designing a project. That's why what we need to do is we have to examine the strategy in detail and using the details whatever we have obtained, we have to sequentially narrate the activities or we have to represent the activities in a form which can be logically acceptable for the one whoever sees the project. So sequential narration of activities will be derived from the strategy. When we study the strategy of the project, then we will get the sequential narration. Okay. Now this sequential narration, if it is represented with the help of, say, which activity has to be performed when and what is the sequence, whether the activities have to be, some of the activities have to be performed in a way where simultaneous execution is possible, some of the activities has to follow the sequential execution. If that is the case, then it is a logical order of the activities. So it is the sequential narration now can be called as project logic. Okay. And if this project logic, just like you write in C programming and other languages, you write the algorithm, right? If that algorithm, if you are writing, then it is project logic. Now you represent the algorithm in terms of a flow chart. If you represent the algorithm in terms of a flow chart, you call it as a, that is, flow chart is graphical representation. This graphical representation is called as network. So, sequential narration of activities is called as project logic, and this project logic, when represented in the form of a graphical representation or in the form of a flow chart, then it will be called as a network. So what does network has? Network has the interconnection of different activities which we call as network nodes, and the interconnection signifies the relation between different activities and when they have to be carried out, what is the time duration, what is the cost, all those things will be indicated through networks or different network techniques. So the relation between project design and network is, project design is a concept when it is implemented with the help of a flow chart or graphical representation of the project design is nothing but your network. And so, and we are going to have a better understanding of network when we go through the need for a network or importance of the network. So these concepts also we need to discuss. So let us try to understand the importance of the network. Importance of the network. So the very first thing is the network analysis unfolds the unknown snacks. Unfolds the unknown snacks. Unknown snacks means unknown limitations or the one which are pulling apart in the project process. Some things which we are unaware of, and that particular variables will be kind of distracting the project, or they might be delaying the project. Okay, what happens with this? If it unfolds the network analysis or network technique unfolds the unknown snacks, we will get a better idea of the project and we can take corrective actions. We can take corrective actions. After taking corrective actions, what is the impact? Impact is project process improved and the outcome also better. Better outcomes. Okay, this is one important point about the project network analysis. And another important point is network analysis facilitates or enables us to execute a project efficiently and effectively. Efficient and effectively. Okay, so these are the important points we need to remember when it comes to network analysis. This is the importance of network analysis. Okay, now let us try to understand what are the need for network analysis. Whether there were different methods which we might have used instead of using network analysis. If that is the case, what was the limitation of those methods? That we need to understand. Then only we will able to appreciate the network techniques. Okay. So next we have need for network techniques or network analysis. So techniques is nothing but the different way or ways in which we can have the network designs or we can do network analysis. So different techniques like 40 plus network techniques are there, in which only few we are going to study. Okay, so it is nothing but an extension of network design, you can say. Different techniques which are used in network design are the network techniques. Okay, so what is the need? The very first thing we need to understand the importance, which we have already discussed. So importance, from there we will get back to the need for network techniques. Here you have understood that importance is lying in unfolding the unknown snacks in a project procedure, and they will be having an effective and efficient component in the network analysis. So whenever we want an project to be processed in an effective and efficient way, we need to go for network analysis or network techniques. So is there any other means were there so as to analyze the projects or so as to get the details about the projects? Yes, it was there. The very first one was bar chart. Bar charts were used before the network techniques, and another one, Gantt's milestone chart. Bar charts you are familiar with, whereas Gantt's milestone chart is a very popular technique which was used prior to network techniques. And what we can conclude is from later discussions, that is, the network techniques are an extension of this Gantt's milestone chart. Okay, that we'll see what is the Gantt's milestone chart and what is the difference between network techniques and this chart. Okay, that we can see in the next lecture. But let us try to understand what are the difficulties or the drawbacks we had in bar charts which prompted us to go for network techniques. So bar charts have some inherent limitations. So because of these limitations, we have to switch from bar charts to the network techniques. So let us try to understand these limitations. So these are the limitations of bar charts, and because of these, we have chosen network techniques as an alternative for solving the project design problem. So the limitations are: a bar chart becomes cumbersome while dealing with complex projects. While dealing with the complex projects with more variables, it becomes cumbersome. That is the first limitation. So the bar charts cannot handle complex projects or complex problems where more variables are there. We cannot represent all of them in an efficient way. That is the meaning. Then second one we have is, it does not point out which task should be given priority based on resources. The resources here are man, money and machinery. So based on these resources, which one should be given, which task should be given priority, whether the first task should be given first priority or the third task should be given first priority, and what is the order of the different tasks, that is not defined by the bar chart. And then it does not indicate begin time and end time of activity. So what it means is, the bar charts will not be able to indicate about the duration of an activity, when it starts and when it ends. That is not indicated. Along with that, this bar charts will not also indicate the tolerance of time and cost for different tasks. Tolerance is the variation. Say some task has to be completed in 3 days. If at all this task is completed in 3.5 days, whether the next task is possible to cover that half a day of duration, whether is it going to be okay with that half day lag, that has to be addressed, but the bar chart will not address this issue. That is the problem. Then the effect of changes in the schedule cannot be evaluated with the help of bar chart. If some schedule changes, say task 1 to task 10 have to be performed in a particular manner, if that has changed, the task 1 is scheduled first, then task 10, then task 9 has happened now. So 2 to 8 will be shifted in the subsequent way. So in that case, what will happen? the schedule has changed and evaluation of this is not possible with the bar chart. So it will not give any information if schedule changes. Okay, so these are the drawbacks which we can overcome using the network techniques. That is the need of network techniques. We wanted to overcome these drawbacks. For that, we have applied our initial knowledge on the bar charts as well as the Gantt milestone charts. We have come up with the new techniques called as network techniques. And the important network techniques what we have are PERT and CPM, PERT and CPM. That we'll discuss in the next class. Okay. So now another topic left for today, which is the network design. Network design. So this deals with the exponents which are there or the components which are there in a network. Okay. So let us try to understand what are these components. The first component is project design. Next, analysis of project activities. Next is scheduling of project activities. After that, we have component of time and costs and other resources. We can say time and costs are workload, which includes the other resources like the human resource, money, machine, and the infrastructure. So that has to be worked out. After that, we have the coordinating of the activities. Coordination of activities. These are the components of network design or network analysis. Okay, network design or network analysis. So every network technique uses these as the components. Based on this only, network is designed for a particular project or a particular problem in hand. So what are the components? First, as I said, this project design. We have already derived what is project design. It is the one which indicates what are the activities are there, how they are interrelated. So this detail is taken as an input for the network, and that input is analyzed for different activities. So already project design gives different activities, and the in-depth knowledge about the activities is known by analyzing the activities. That is the second step in the network design. After that, we need to schedule the project activities. Once you know what are different activities, the nature of the activities or the task which you need to perform, and then we need to schedule, that is in what way these activities has to be carried out. That is whether sequential or they have to be carried out simultaneously, or the time which it requires. All those things are worked out here, and the scheduling is done. Once the scheduling is done, it also indicates that there is a need for time and cost estimation. Time and cost estimation. So we sequentially represent activities and we say that it requires say 1k bucks and time required is 1 day. Some other activity 2k bucks and required time is 2 days. Some other activity 3k and requires 5 days. So these estimations will be done after scheduling of the project activities. And then once the project is in running, we need to coordinate the activities. This coordination we have studied in the second module as well as in the third module. That is to have an idea about what is going on with the project or whether the process flow, whatever we have written, is it going in a perfect manner or is there any lag or lead in the project. That is known by coordinating and controlling activities. So this whole idea or the components will constitute the network design. It will constitute the network design. Okay, that's about the network, importance of network, need for network techniques and network design. Now it is time to go with the different network techniques what we have. So for our syllabus what we have is the two different network techniques. First one is PERT, which is project evaluation and review technique, and second one CPM, meaning critical path method. Okay, the details of which we will discuss in the next class, but we at least now can try to understand the origins of PERT and CPM. PERT and CPM are actually developed in USA in 1957 and 1958. They are independently developed. Both are important network techniques. Okay, so these are the two names for the network techniques given out of 40 different network techniques which are there in the world in different countries. Okay, this is PERT is one, CPM is another one, we can have another one called as MOST. So these are the only three names what we have listed. There are another 40 different network techniques are there. Okay, but the important one are our PERT and CPM. The complete details of which we are going to discuss in the next class. Okay, thank you.